Sup, y'all? It's another lit what if day. This will be part 2 to what if Deku was Gogeta. The best character in Dragon Ball. Fight me, and he is stronger than Vegeta. I looked up the freaking information. He'd win. Like, all you have to do is straight up flick them earrings. Boom! But anywho. So, last time I left off, Gogeta, which is what I will be calling Deku. But, he beat... he beat the crap out, he beat the crap out of All Might, and yeah, All Might's his dad, and so, like, he's like, my god, and, like, All Might, he's 10 at this point, so he's, like, only 10 years older than Izuku, or, no, he's 15, so he's in his prime, and so, like, he calls, like, because, like, I'm gonna say him, Red Riot, and Endeavor are, like, best buds. And so, like, they come over and to, like, All Might's house and stuff like that. He's like, guys, come over. I want you to see something. And, like, and, like, they open the door, and, like, no, Gogeta opened the door, and you're like, who y'all niggas? And you're like, huh? Who are you? And, sorry. So, they're like, huh? And, like, All Might's, like, in his prime, and they're like, huh? All Might, you're in your prime? And he's like, anywho, back to the main point why you're over here. I made this. And, like, he holds up Gogeta, and he's like, put me down, or I will reset you back to an embryo. And, like, Endeavor's like, hold up, where's Inko? And, like, Deku, he just gets mad at this. And, like, he goes to his room, and, like, he has a hyperbolic time chamber in there. And, like, 3 seconds in the real world is 12 million years there. Because, like, he has a creation quirk. I forgot to say this. But he does have the Metamorph clothes. He did have the Metamorph clothes. He made them himself. Sorry. But, anywho, sorry. So, like, he started just, like, training the crap off. Like, he's already stronger than the Omni King at full power. And so, like, he's just completely as ripped in this photo. Or, no. He has basically, like, as much muscle as Broly. Just, like, he's slim. As heck. Like, he really, really freaking slim. Like, and he little. And so, he, like, comes out, and they're all like, huh? Because, like, it had only been 3 seconds, and he was just, like, that tone. And, like, huh? And he's like, alright. Let's go. And so, like, they're like, All Might, how strong is your kid exactly? And he's like, well, he erased my injury. He reset me back to my 15-year-old self. What else? He's like, wait, what? I'm like, Red Riot is Kirishima's dad. So, like, Kirishima, I'm gonna say, like, he was just born too. And so, like, Deku, and, like, he had brought him over. And, like, Todoroki was there too. And so, like, they finna be, like, the three amigos. But anywho, he basically gives them all the intelligence and enough muscle mass to where they can walk and talk and speak fluently. And so like, what? And so like they're like, oh, hey, who are you? And like he resets Red Riot to where he's only 15, does the same thing to Endeavor. And so like they young. So Deku, Gogeta. He basically just like drags him into the time chamber. And they're like, he's going into that thing again. And like they decide to walk in too. And they like just this vast open space. And Gogeta explains the rules of the time chamber to them. So he's like 3 seconds in the real world is 12 billion years in here. So like they just all start training. Like in Kirishima and Todoroki, they awaken their quirks. Like just right off the bat. Like Kirishima, he can already go into an unbreakable and he can stay in it for however long he wants. And like Todoroki, he unlocks like this like ice armor and like this fire armor. And so like it's just a beautiful thing. But like they the three amigos, like they like came out and like Deku, he created an Xbox, like the newest Xbox. And like he made 3 controllers. And so like they just start playing Halo 5 just because like that's the only one that I know that has wide play as a team. But they start playing and stuff, and like All Might and them, like they are like strong, like strong. Like he's at least 50 times stronger than So like Red Riot is the second strongest, All Might's the first strongest, and Endeavor's the third strongest. So it goes like this: All Might number 1, Hero. Red Riot number 2, 3, Endeavor. I'm like, he's probably like Endeavor's chilling way back. But anywho, like Red Riot calls like his wife over, and her name's gonna be Amelia. And like she sees that like he's younger and stuff, and she's like, why are you younger? And like Deku like touches her on accident on her lady parts. And it was like on accident because Shoto like bumped him on accident because like he was running to go hug his mom. And like he resets to 15 as well. And then like he touch. But anywho. And she's just like she smacks Deku and like he just lets it happen. And so he's like, sorry, it was on accident, he bumped me, sorry. And like she's like surprised that he can talk, and she asks All Might, how old is he? And he said, and Deku himself says, about an hour old. And she's just like, and like she got out of the hospital just to daughter stuff. But anywho. But anyway, sorry, I'm watching a TV show. But Deku, Gogeta, like he resets right, and like she doesn't have any mental trauma, because like Endeavor's a good husband, I'ma say, because why not? Because like I felt Endeavor like sorta had good goals, but he just went about them the wrong way. But Anywho. So he goes. He decides to. And so, like, they all go to, like, kindergarten. And they all, like, pop up. And, like, they the shortest niggas in there. Because, like, they were all born at the same time. So, like, they short. But, like, Deku, like, he got annoyed at it. And, like, made himself, like, 4 feet tall. Just cause. And so he goes and just automatic just starts popping. Like, he just straight up makes those two taller. And like all the kids there, like they're like showing off their quirks and stuff like that. And like Deku, he basically explains, my dad's All Might. I'm already stronger than him. My quirk's a power multiplier. And in my base form, I could basically erase this entire universe. And they're like, haha, good joke. And he's like, and like Kirishima and Todoroki are like, he's not kidding. He's done it. And she's just like shocked. Cause like, and like All Might, like he's like kind of in the back, and he says, he did do it, he beat me. And like they see like this young man, and they're like, huh? All Might, why are you so young? He's like, he erased my, cause he basically explains the injury to everybody, and says like, and plus, he just straight up explained all of it. But anywho, so he goes and like he shows off like all of his modes, and like he has Super Saiyan 4. Super Saiyan 4 2. But he just, it's an amazing thing. But and like they can't even teach them anything, so like they automatically move them up to middle school. And so like it's the last day of middle school for the kids too. And like All Might's just like, they passed and everything. Cause like they take the word of All Might. And so like they passed, top of their class. Bada boom, bada bing. But anywho, he goes, applies for UA, or no, he doesn't apply for UA. Like him, Kirishima, and Todoroki are just like automatically in, and like they level up their height. Or no, like they go through school and everything completely, cause like they just didn't want to do anything, cause like they were tired and stuff like that. They didn't want to jack with any of it. So they're actually 15, and so like here's their height specs. So Gogeta, he looks exactly like, oh my god, these are for different what ifs. He basically looks like this. He looks like this, but like he's hecka toned. But he goes and like I'm gonna say like they had to like go up against people. So like sort of how like in Naruto they had to go up against each other. But he goes up against Bakugo, and he just like barely touches him. Like he like like smallly flicks the air, and like Bakugo, he just goes flying like several thousand meters, and like they go ha, like everybody just chirping, like he just waved his finger in the air. But he goes, but yeah, so they're just chilling in like the room thing, that, and like he is just like holding Nezu in his arms, like he holding him like a baby and like petting him and stuff like that, and like Nezu, like he enjoys it, and like Deku, he finally brings this up to Nezu, and he's like, hey Nezu, you know, I can reset your age anytime if you want. And he's like, huh? And he's like, yeah, and I can also get rid of your scar. And so like he's like, please? And he's like, yeah, I've been thinking about it for a while, but I really just wanted to let you get to know me. And so like he just does. But he just straight up just like, and like they send out 100 0-pointers, and like they all decide, like they all like are like aiming at Uraraka because like she's the only person left, and they're like, wait, Gogeta, go! And like All Might's like, son, go now before she gets hurt. And he just like it's like a flash, and like Gogeta, he does like vigilante work, so like everybody knows him. And like he just automatically just waves his hand in the air, just slide it, and just boom, gone. Nigga, like it's just bomb, gone, just bye. And like the person that got one for all is Kirishima. I was like, Kirishima, my nigga. Like he is all about that. Man. That's not the manly thing to do, Baku, bro. But anywho, he straight up goes, picks her up, walks her bridal style to Recovery Girl, and he's like, here, fix her up. And so like it basically looked like he teleport. And they're like, oh my god, that was Gogeta, and stuff like that. And like he doesn't have to, like, oh yeah, and by the way, his Metamorphin clothes don't look like the one in the picture. His look completely different. Well, not completely different. Here, let me find the picture. God, I hate this. So like his outfit's like this. And like he, for that, was just like in his base form. But anyhow, so he goes and like he's just in the time chamber. He just chilling. Like they just all training and stuff like that. And it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. But Gogeta, he go and just straight up no, yeah. So like Sorry. Sorry, I get my head in the game. I'm watching Mr. Iglesias, but he goes and like Uraraka, like she like knocks at the door and like All Might opens up and he's like, "Oh, hi, you're that Ochako girl, right? The one that my son saved." And she's just like, "Yeah, do you know where he is? I really didn't get to thank him." And he's like, yeah." And so, like, he walks her into the time chamber. Goes. And he starts, like, straight up glocking. Like, he glocked Todoroki, and, like, Todoroki was, like, at the exit. And, like, it straight up, like, he blows him, and, like, he goes, like, right past her rocket. And, like, her cheek got cut. And Deku's like, oh god, So, like, he just runs over, like, right quick. First, he helped, because, like, she thought he was gonna help her. But, like, he just straight up runs past her. Like, my nigga dense, too. But, he run past her. He straight up pick up Todoroki, and he's like, "Nigga, you alright?" Didn't think I hit you that hard. And so Todoroki's like, "Nigga, you can destroy whole universes. You need to watch your freaking strength. Dear God." He's like, "Yeah, I guess you're right." And so he goes and he's like, "Oh, right. Hi." Sure. And she's like, "Are you into guys?" And he's like, "No. I prefer my women like his mom." And Todoroki's like, "Nigga, I knew it. I knew you like ladies that look like my mama." He's like, "Nigga, shut up before I pop you. Like, nigga, I'ma glock you so hard, it ain't gonna be funny." He, like, touches Kirishima's head, and, like, he goes inside of One For All, and they're all like, "Huh? Who are you?" And, like, he's like, "Well, I'm All Might's son." It's like, "You're his son? But you have black hair." He's like, "My name is Gogeta. And also, I'd rather you mind your own business. You're lucky that I'm going to give you this gift." And he just basically brings all of them back to life. Yeah. And so, Gogeta, and, like, they're all, like, alive and stuff. And, like, they, like, young and stuff. And, like, the first One For All user, he's like, "Huh?" And he's like, "Where's my brother?" And he's like, "Oh, don't worry. He's kind of dead." He's like, "Huh?" And he's like, "I hated my brother, but I didn't want to, like," and he's, like, on the ground and stuff. And he's like, "Don't worry. You weren't the one to put him down. I was." And they're all like, "Huh? A kid? Put down All For One." You're joking. And, like, All Might, like, he hear Nana Shimura voice. And, like, he run in. And he, like, he see Nana Shimura. He's like, "Hey." And it's just, but, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful reunion. But, anyhow, this is where I'm gonna end the What If off. It has to upload on YouTube. Have fun. This has been Goku Black. Now, if you don't mind me, I'm going to miss tea with Zamasu. Bye, mortals.